Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Flow with Tiffany. I am Tiffany Lachey. Today's flow is all about focus and clarity. So 3 things to keep in mind. Number 1, for today's flow, if you have a goal or something that you want to accomplish in the next week, keep it close to your heart, close to your mind. Let it lead you and guide you as your intention throughout our practice. Number 2, make sure that you breathe. Nice deep inhales and open mouth exhales. And number 3, probably the most important, take things at your own pace. Follow your intuition. If something does not feel right in your body, please do not do it. All right, so we'll start our practice today in embryo pose. We'll bring our big toes to touch, bring our knees to touch, and send our hips down to our heels. Start to walk your hands to the top of the mat and gently allow your stomach to rest onto your thighs. Tuck your chin into your chest as your head gently rests on your mat. Take a nice deep exhale, sucking your belly button into your spine as we release all the stale air in our body. And then we'll inhale, breathing the cool air through our nose, letting it push past our chest until our belly is expanded. And then exhale, release. Now we'll keep that same breathing pattern throughout our practice today. And on your next inhale, I want you to envision a warm white light hovering above you. It starts to get closer and closer till eventually it's gently gracing your fingertips. Flows up through your forearms, through your upper arms, envelops your head, drips down your spine, and just starts to envelop your body. And as this white light is enveloping your body, I want you to think of a goal you want to accomplish this week. What does it feel like to accomplish that goal? Who is there to celebrate you? What good things do they say about you? Take one more deep inhale as we solidify that intention. And exhale as we release any doubts, fears, or challenges blocking us from accomplishing that goal. On your next inhale, rise into a tabletop position that's on all fours. We're going to stack our wrists in alignment with our shoulders and our knees in alignment with our hips. Roll your shoulders back and suck your belly button in to align your spine. We're going to bring our right hand, place it behind our neck, elbow in alignment with our shoulder. We'll take a nice deep inhale, start to reach your elbow towards the sky. And then as you exhale, send your elbow to your opposite elbow. On your next inhale, just go ahead and bring your elbow back into alignment with your shoulders and then release. Flowing to the other side, we'll take our left hand, place it behind our neck, elbow in alignment with your shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale, start to extend your elbow to the sky. And then as you exhale, bring your elbow to the opposite elbow. Inhale, lift back up, elbow to shoulder, and then release. Back into our tabletop position, we'll start our walk to walk our hands to the top of the mat. And as we do, our hips still lifted, we're just going to melt our chest down to the mat. We're going to stay here in our puppy pose for a breath. And we're going to keep our forearms planted on the mat, keep our hands planted on the mat, palms down with our fingers spread wide. And we're going to start to lift up our hips, pressing through our upper body into our dolphin pose. Now, once you are here, you can kind of start to walk your feet closer to your elbows and adjust if you need to. But we'll stay here for one breath. And on your next inhale, You're going to start to walk your hands to the back of the mat, and as you do, you're going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling until you are in a forward fold, tucking your chin into your chest, allowing your shoulders and your spine just to arch towards the mat. We're going to place our hands behind our calves. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring your chin closer to your chest and your chest closer to your thighs. Rise into mountain pose. You're going to ground through all four corners of your feet, reaching your hands to the sky. And once you get there, just squeeze your shoulder blades together and suck your belly button into your spine. We're going to flow into our one-legged mountain. You're going to bring your right knee in alignment with your right hip. Right ankle is flexed. You're going to take your left hand for a revolved one-legged mountain, place it onto your right knee, and as you do that, start to bring your right hand to the back of the room. Now we're going to stay here for a breath, just focus on one focal point in your space. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring both of our hands back up to the sky and release our right foot towards the top of our mat for a crescent high lunge. Generous bend in the front knee, slight bend in the back knee. Press your left hip forward. So we're going to flow into a version of extended side angle. So you're going to rotate your back foot so the bottom is flat towards the mat. Then you'll start to rotate your left shoulder towards the sky, expanding your chest to the side of the room, pushing your shoulder blades together as you reach towards the front of your mat. We're going to grab both hands, interlocking our fingers into reverse triangle. So you're going to straighten out that front foot, and as you do, just start to reach your interlocked hands towards the ceiling and then towards the back of the room. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, we're going to lower down into a wide-legged forward fold. So go ahead, take your hands, rotate to the front of your mat. Feet are slightly pointed out, and you're just going to allow your spine to just relax towards the mat. Bringing your chin into your chest and your chest closer to your thighs. Start to walk your hands to your right foot, and as you do, start to bend your right knee. Now, you have the option here to stay with your feet, or rather your hands down on the mat, or you can start to lift your left heel, toes pointed towards the ceiling, bringing your shoulders up and placing your hands into a prayer position. Wherever you decide, we're going to stay here for a breath. On your inhale, go ahead and plant your hands down to your mat and start to walk them towards your left side. And as you do, keep your legs lifted and bent. Start to walk your hands to the top of the mat, and as you do, spin that back foot forward and drop the back knee. We'll take a nice deep inhale, rise into crescent moon, sending our hands towards the ceiling, pressing down through our back foot for stability. Relax your shoulders and press your right hip forward. Bring our hands back down to the mat. We're going to tuck our back foot and then bring our left foot to meet our right in downward facing dog. Now here we want to press firmly at the top of our mat. Option to have a slight bend in our back knees in order to focus on our back bend. Now just for a little bit of a challenge, see if you can start to walk your feet just a little bit closer to your wrist. And as you do, start to just lift your toes and send your heels down to the mat. See how close you can get your heels down to your mat. And we'll do it one more time. There we go. Perfect. Now go ahead and find stillness. And we'll take a nice deep inhale, and again, just walk your hands to the back of your mat until it reaches your toes for a forward fold. We're going to place our hands behind our calves. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can bring your chin into your chest and your chest closer to your thighs. On your next inhale, rise into a mountain pose position, grounding down in all four corners of your feet and reaching your hands towards the ceiling. And then we'll bring our left knee in alignment with our left hip for one-legged mountain. Flex your left foot and then start to bring your right wrist next to your left knee as you bring your left hand to the back of the room for revolved one-legged mountain. We're just going to hold here for a breath. Again, if you fall out, get back in. And then on your next breath, go ahead, reach your hands towards the ceiling and send your left foot to the front of your mat for crescent high lunge. Again, place a generous bend in the front knee, slight bend in the back knee. Press through the right hip. Now we'll flow into our modified extended side angle. So you're going to rotate your back foot so that the bottom is flat to the mat. And we're going to rotate our right shoulder up towards the ceiling as we reach towards the front of our mat, really pressing into that front leg. Start to interlock your hands together. Take a nice deep inhale and rise up into reverse triangle, straightening out that front knee and really sending the hands to the back of the room. We'll hold here for a breath. And then as you exhale, go down into a wide-legged forward fold. Here you can kind of play around with it. Just make sure that your feet are pointed out. But you can start to walk forward or walk back, whatever feels good in your body here. Do that a couple more times. Walking forward and back. And then on your next inhale, just start to walk your hands to the left side. And as you do, start to bend your left knee. And again, you can stay here, or if you are ready, you can lift or rotate your heel rather, and lift your toes to the ceiling, placing your hands into a prayer position, relaxing your shoulders backwards. We're going to stay here for a breath. And on your next inhale, go ahead, plant your hands down to your mat. Start to walk over to the right side, remembering to lift your knees and keep them bent. We'll start to walk our hands to the front of the mat, rotating that back leg, and then dropping down our back knee. Take a nice deep inhale, rise into crescent moon, reaching our hands towards the sky, relaxing our shoulders backwards and pressing through the left hip, aligning our front knee with our ankle. Now we'll gently place our hands back to the front of our mat, tuck our back foot, use it to help us push our knee up, and then bring our right feet to meet our left in downward facing dog. Now we're going to lower back into our tabletop position. We're going to spin our feet to the front of the mat, placing the bottoms of our feet flat to the mat. We're going to bring our heels closer to our glutes as we flow into boat pose. Now you have a couple of options here. You can stay with the bottoms of your feet on the mat and bring your palms up and just lean back until you feel a little bit of tension in your abdominal muscles. Go ahead and squeeze your shoulders blades together. If you want a little bit more, you can start to lift your feet so they are parallel with your knees. Or if you want to do the full expression, you can bring your feet all the way up, straightening out your knees and squeezing through your core. Now here our goal is just to lower down slowly with intention. As you lower down, squeeze through your core, squeeze your quads for stability, until your shoulders gently land here on the mat. Once your shoulders are down on the mat, go ahead and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your knees to your chest. We're going to roll up in a nice little tight ball. You can take a moment here to start rocking on your spine. You can go front to back. You can go side to side, whatever feels good in your body here. And then on your next inhale, I want you to bring your chin to your chest to your knees. Squeeze your shoulders up by your ears and really scrunch your nose, your mouth, everything. Just build a little bit of tension. We're going to hold here for 1 breath, 2 breaths, and then finally take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Release into Shavasana, allowing your legs to hang heavy, your arms to hang heavy, your shoulders to soften down towards the mat. Now, as we are here, I just want you to again envision that white light just overflowing in your body. And I want you to repeat after me. I conquer distractions effortlessly. Clarity and calmness fill my mind. I trust my concentration. Now, as we end our class, just start to bring some movement into your feet. Start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Kind of find some movement in your shoulders. Start to blink your eyes open. On your next inhale, roll over onto your left side. Allow your head to gently rest on your forearm and your right hand on your belly. Take a nice deep inhale. Feeling the cool air, reminding us that we are alive and breathing. And as you exhale, go ahead and release any doubts, fears, or challenges that you think you may face this week. And then on your next inhale, rise into a seated position of your choice, placing your hands into a prayer position in alignment with your heart. I like to end my classes by saying this: the light in me sees, honors, appreciates, and respects the light in you. I wish you clarity, focus, and peace as you go about your week. And we'll end our class by saying Ashe. Thank you again so much for flowing with me, and I cannot wait to see you next time.